the momentum of the ball game. This is Reggie Bush. And Bush is gone. Forget it. No flags. Touchdown.
Before he was a household name in the NFL, Reggie Bush electrified the college football world as a USC Trojan. From 03 to 05, Bush was the ultimate game changer, a dual-threat weapon who could take it to the house from anywhere on the field. With jaw-dropping speed, ankle-breaking moves, and an uncanny ability to make defenders miss, he racked up over 3,000 rushing yards, 1,300 receiving yards, and 42 total touchdowns. His 2005 season was stuff of legends, earning him the Heisman Trophy and solidifying his place in college football history. In this video, we're diving back into that iconic era, recreating his career in college football 25 to relive the magic that made Reggie Bush a once-in-a-generation talent. Before we even step foot on campus, I'm letting the OC know that this is the best decision he's ever going to make by signing me. We're currently the third string halfback, so during first practice, we have to let it be known that we're here to get that starting role. We're a 5-star recruit. There's no way that these other halfbacks are better than us. Coach started to take notice, so I'm hoping against 13th ranked LSU, he gives me some burn. Unfortunately, I was waiting all game to get a shot. And it was 13-7 by halftime, and I was hoping, in the second half, maybe we can get a couple carries and show coach what we can really do. Well, that call never came, and we ended up losing our first game 24-19. Very next practice though, coach gave us our shot to get up to halfback 2. We weren't going to miss this opportunity. We flew by the first drill, but we ended up not doing too hot on the second one. So the third and final drill of this position battle, I was ready to show why I'm the fastest guy on the team. We ended up beating our teammate to get up to halfback 2, and against a team like Utah State, this is the perfect moment to show the world why we're the best running back in the nation. 1st and 10 in the first quarter, I catch my first reception as a USC Trojan. A possession later, it's 3rd and inches, we're able to make a couple of defenders miss as I get my first carry. We're feeling good, we're feeling confident, and I'm showing the team that we can do it all as I block for my receiver on this RPO bubble and he gets close to the end zone. We end up scoring that drive, and now we're showing off our route running skills as we get a nice 17-yard gain. Being a freshman comes with some growing pains though, as we call for the ball, and unfortunately the timing just wasn't there with me and my quarterback. Deep into the 4th quarter, it was time to ice this thing out, and this time, me and my quarterback got things right, and we got the timing right on this catch. Coach calls on us to put the nail in the coffin, and we're able to outrun our opponent to the end zone and get our first rushing touchdown. We did our thing and we ended up winning the game 28-14. We only ended up with 2 carries, but we got our first rushing touchdown, and we also got 4 receptions for 54 yards. By next practice, coach called us to stay late for a position battle for the starting halfback role, and we need to make sure that coach was certain on this decision. I'm flying by defenders, showing off my elusiveness, showing off my speed, and by the end of practice, there was no doubt who the halfback 1 was supposed to be. Our first start isn't going to be easy, as we face 3rd ranked Michigan in their home field. They strike first as they quickly go up 7-0, but I'm getting halfback 1 carries now, showing off my speed, getting to that edge, and picking up that first down. Unfortunately, me and the quarterback got to work on our timing, as the defender jumps my route and he takes the ball for 6, and we end up being down in this thing 14-3.
Ben's coming up with points of their own.
Picking things up in the second half, we're down 7-10, and this team got us strapped, I'm not gonna lie. 2nd and 7, we find space upfield for a short gain, and then another short gain right after that. And thankfully this drive, we were able to capitalize and score, but they come fighting right back, and we're down 24-16 in the 4th quarter. Teammate catches a nice little RPO bubble and takes it all the way for 6, and now we're only 2 points away from tying this game up. I end up catching a nice little motion out route for the 2-point conversion, and now it's a tie ball game. We got these Michigan fans stressed as we actually end up taking the lead before the game ends, but then Michigan also comes and ties it. It's overtime football now, 27-27. 3rd and 15. I catch the ball, but I end up being short. 4th and 1. We take the field goal, and I can't help but think that we were inches away from us winning this ball game. Even though we lost, you can't help but think that good things are coming for USC, as we took a 3rd ranked team to the wire. And our schedule does not get any easier, as we're sitting at 1-2, hosting an 11th ranked Wisconsin at home. Damn, hold up. We got industry plants in the crowd? Picking things up in the first quarter, we're down 3. In my first carry, I'm able to make 2 defenders miss, and I could have gone all the way had I got some breakaway speed. 2nd and 8, we're doing more of the same, breaking tackles, getting big gains on the ground, and we ended up scoring that drive to finish the first quarter. Down 10-7 now, motion out route, up the sideline, for a crazy big gain into our side of the field. That helped us score once more, but I'm gonna need coach to put me in the game, man. I can make an impact. Second half action, we're up 4, and I'm just doing more of the same, racking this up all the way up the sideline. And this awesome, we gotta work on our speed to finish these drives. This was a good game for Reggie. We did a little bit on the pass, we did a little bit on the ground. We're doing everything that we can to gain positive yards and give our team a chance to win every single drive. As we take down 11th ranked Wisconsin 37-23, I finished with 13 rushes for 77 yards, alongside 3 receptions for 81 yards in the air. On to week 6 as we take on a 4-1 Minnesota team at their house, and we're looking to build off some momentum. We're 2-2 right now. We know that we can sneak into the top 12 and hopefully make a run at that national title. 1st and 10 at the 50. I'm letting my presence be felt even though I didn't get the ball, as my receiver goes for a touchdown and we're celebrating with him. We're up 6-0. This game was really about getting our offense comfortable, making sure we're building confidence mid-season, making sure the QB is making the right reads as he throws a crazy sideline dot, and everybody's just doing their part to win the ball game. I'm juking, I'm rumbling, bumbling, stumbling to get the first down. I'm getting in open space and moving up the field. This was a real grinded out kind of game. It was ground and pound with me getting a lot of touches, trying to get positive yardage, and doing what we can to convert to some points. Fourth quarter, it's 20-17, and we're just trying to make our way up this field and put the nail in the coffin. 3rd and goal, I had the chance to do that here as I fall just short of the end zone. Thankfully, we score on 4th down. We get the ball back, and I'm finding the outside to put this ball game away as we win 34-24, and I finished with my first 100-yard game on the ground. Week 7, we take on 3rd ranked Penn State, and we actually got ranked in the top 25 as well at 22. We're picking this one up down 14-0, so we got to try to find a way to come back as I get a first down. But I'm not going to lie, man, this defense has some dogs. They're just really fast. We're just trying to figure out a way to move up the field, but we can't. Down 21 now. And that was just the story of this ball game. We came out flat-footed, and we got pumped. We're trying to make big gains. We're trying to get back in this game. You can't win a ball game in the first half, but you can certainly lose it. As this was already over by the second half, coach pulled out all the starters, and we lost this game 37-14. On to week 8, as we're back down to 500, playing a 5-1 Maryland team at their home. We start this thing off with me getting the ball, trying to get a first down, but down at the 27, I cough up the rock. Thankfully, we get the ball back as Maryland does not capitalize, and I make up for it with a nice 3rd and 13 catch. In the red zone now, my blockers line up. I find the outside as we score first. And this game, it was just all about ball control. We're up 21-3 in the second half. I make a defender miss, find the outside once more, and that was pretty much it for this one as we took full control of this game and we end up beating Maryland 45-6. Dominant game by us. I end up having 9 rushes for 91 yards and 5 catches for 55 yards. On to week 9 as we play a 6-1 Rutgers team. The schedule just does not get any easier for us. We strike first as my quarterback finds a nice dot at the back of the end zone, but that was pretty much all the offense that we had. This Rutgers defense had us bagged. It's 10-7 in the second quarter. I'm doing what I can to pick up easy yards on the ground through the air, but we're just not able to capitalize and score. Picking things up in the fourth quarter, my QB throws a nice dot up the seams, and we're in striking distance. But the very next play, we go read option. He keeps the ball. He's trying to find the end zone and ends up fumbling the ball. And with that said, that's all she wrote. As Rutgers wins this one 10-7, and we're back down to 500, facing a 23-ranked Washington team. Our freshman year has kind of been up and down. There's weeks we show up, there's weeks we don't, but we got to finish strong. In the first quarter here, I don't know what our QB was seeing as he throws a pick, giving the ball away early on in the game. Thankfully, we got the ball back with some points as I catch this halfback screen. I'm following my blocks, trying to make some defenders miss, and we're up for a big gain. But that's been the story all year as I come back in this game, tied 3-3 at our 1 yard line, and I'm trying to do everything that I can. Everything. Another halfback screen, making defenders miss, and we're back on our side of the field. Second half action now as we're up 6-3 and my QB throws a nice dot for 6. As we end up winning this game 20-17, but it just seems like every week we got a tough opponent as we face 18th ranked Nebraska. I'm calling for the ball here as I see open field and I put my defender in a spin cycle. 2nd and 2 in the second quarter, we find the edge and we're getting big gains on the ground. We're up 17-7 now and we're not trying to let our foot off the gas. Unfortunately, they score right before half, but I'm picking things up right where I left off, just doing everything that I can. My receiver beats the press and the QB throws a nice dot over the top for a walk-in touchdown. And I'm laying the finishing touches in this ball game in the fourth quarter, picking up a first down as we win this ball game 27-14. Week 13, we got the Battle of the Victory Bell, the rivalry game against USC, and I'm picking this thing up in the first quarter as I get hit trying to go down, and that's just an unlucky pick for my quarterback. Thankfully, the defense does their job. We're up 3-0 as I catch a nice motion out route for a big gain. 3rd and goal at the end of the first quarter, little table route, I'm able to hold on to the ball for a touchdown. Defense gets the ball right back. I find the edge, make a defender miss as I get my second touchdown of the game early on as we're ready to blow this thing wide open. Our defense makes another crucial stop. I make a defender miss and I'm getting big gains on the ground. But UCLA came fighting back. In the fourth quarter, we're up 20-13, and thankfully we were able to fend off the comeback as I lay the finishing touches on this one, and we win the Battle of the Victory Bell 27-13. And just before the last game of the season, we're on a 3-game win streak and we end up ranking 20th overall. And it just goes to show that this team has a whole lot of fight as we have another rivalry game for the Battle of the Jewel Shillelagh against 4th ranked Notre Dame. 3rd and 2 in the first quarter, I catch that motion swing route to put ourselves on our side of the field and we end up capitalizing and scoring 7. Second quarter, I'm doing more of the same, breaking tackles, getting first downs, catching receptions on the sideline, but they're the 4th ranked team for a reason, as we're only up 1 in the third quarter, and they stuffed me at the goal line. Thankfully we score and I'm trying to put the finishing touches on this one as I catch a nice wheel route and we're back in the red zone. And that was pretty much the ball game as we win 21-13 against 4th ranked Notre Dame. And we end the regular season on a high note as we finish 8-4, winning our last 4 games, and we were just shy of sneaking into the 12-team college football playoffs. But we have an opportunity to play Shadir Sanders and Travis Hunter in the Vegas Bowl. Grayson McCall from NC State wins the Heisman with 3,300 yards, 33 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions. And I end up winning an award myself as we get a freshman All-Big Ten selection. It's bowl season now, we have an opportunity to give Shadir an L before he probably goes first overall. But they come out firing as we're down 14-0 in the second quarter as I pick up a first down and help try to gain some momentum. Some more of the same as I pick up another first down and try to get this offense started. We end up scoring this drive and then our defense shows up and we tie this ball game up for it to be 17-17 at half. In the third quarter, our offense starts to pick up. I'm finding open space. I'm picking up first downs in the air, on the ground, rumbling, fumbling, stumbling, getting those tough yards, and making sure we're moving up the field. Up 31-17 in the fourth quarter, my receiver catches a nice sideline dot to put this thing away, and we end up winning the Vegas Bowl 31-17. What a way to finish off our freshman season, as we were teetering 500 all season, but end up finishing 9-4. Reggie finishes his first season as a USC Trojan with 160 carries, 718 yards on the ground with 5 touchdowns, and he also ends up leading the team in receptions and receiving yards as well, with 66 receptions, 680 yards, and another touchdown. In surprising fashion, the University of Central Florida wins the national title. Congratulations to them. But as I'm looking down the best running back rankings, I don't see my name anywhere. And that just means we got more work to do for our sophomore season.